we made it through another Veterans Day and Marine Corps birthday, and yep. It's kind of anticlimactic for me. It's kind of chilled out and pretty much did nothing. I went to a restaurant yesterday and had some junk food. All right, so really exciting topic. We're going to get into this real quick. Wrong one. There we go. K-shaped housing market locks out first-time buyers. It's another reason why we're slowing out the market is because affordability is out the door. It's making it really impossible for people to save up enough money to buy a really expensive house at a really expensive rate. So first-time buyers are just kind of going by the wayside, which means investors are picking up first-time type buyer homes, which are, the smaller 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1.5 bath, 2 bath. And it's just not affordable for most Americans to be able to buy a house today. So our buyer pool is shrinking. And a lot of buyers are just deciding to rent because it's more affordable to rent right now. Everybody that I know that rents is probably paying $500 to $800 less than what a mortgage would be. And there's no answer to this other than the fact that when you're a renter, you have you live in somebody else's house. They may or may not take care of it. You may or may not get evicted because they decide to sell it, and they're going to increase the rent over time. That uncertainty today outweighs the need to buy a house that's $500 or $800 more expensive, which is why we're having this conversation. The younger folks are not buying homes. The younger generations are just not buying it because they would rather stay at home, pay rent to their parents, live for free, or move out with a friend or whatever and get an apartment, because buying a house is just put off into the future. It's kind of like the desire to buy life insurance when you're young. But that's it. All right, 90 days on market, Montclair Road. This one is in Los Gatos, not my listing. $3 million, 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, built in 1975 and 2,600 square feet. This one is not walking distance to downtown. I mean, it is. You could walk to it, but it's a good hefty hike. And I'm sure it would be a nice leisurely walk to and from downtown Los Gatos. But the fact is, it's far up and far away. And it's a Dutch farmhouse style. And it looks like it was built on over the last few years. Built in 1975, this thing has been upgraded, but they have the old fluorescent look to it. You guys just need to get rid of that. And I would have painted the cabinets white and get rid of the plastic. That's old style plastic quartz, probably Corian of some sort, because that was a big brand back then. Get rid of that. And guys, if you're going to sell something for $3 million, it better be updated. You can see that the appliances are white. The fireplaces was made in 1975. And, look the bathroom. This is a $2 to $2.5 million house right now. Nothing's fantastic about it. They just didn't update it. So would I pay $3 million for it? The market's spoken. 218 days on market. And they went from 3.15 down to 2.975. So there's your answer right there. The market's not buying houses that are expensive that need to be updated. If I was the agent, I would tell them to take it off market, put a couple $100,000 into it, update it, make it look pretty, and sell it at that price if that's what they're needing. REO of the week is Middle Ave in San Martin, $1.2 million, 3 bedroom. This is a great buy, by the way. It is. It's a brand new listing, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,300 square feet. It's over 100 years old, but it's well maintained. And you get 1.67, 1 2/3 acres. This is nice, except for when 101 clogs up, people get off the freeway and they're going to do what they can to get home if they live in Hollister or Gilroy or what have you. And it's nice, but you're still going to hear freeway noises. And you're just minutes away from Morgan Hill. Let's take a look inside. This is a bank-owned property, by the way. A little farmhouse. I think it's priced appropriately for where it is. The fact that it's updated, it looks like somebody tried to come in and do a flip, but then they just lost their shirt on it. They probably bought it for 1.3 and put $200,000 into it and stopped making the payments, and then the bank took it back. You have some kind of funky sheds back there. You have a nice area to build on, or not build, but use if you want. You can make it into farmland if you want. Raise some horses. Looks like there's a couple paddocks right there. Stables. Yeah, nice. That's the house right there. It's not so bad. I think it's a good value. Probably on well. Let's see if I can find the water. Yeah, water and propane. So this is very urbane. Sorry, rural, the rural juror. Okay, 40 days on market report. Take a look at the charts real quick. Open that up so you can see a nice big picture of it. Nothing's going crazy. REO's dipped for half a second in late October, and we're back up to the normal. 40 days on markets trending downwards, and 90 days on markets are trending downwards. So there you go. San Jose weekly homes for sale pending and closed. We've been trending down since May. That's our normal. There's nothing fantastically crazy about that. And the pendings dropped quite a bit percentage-wise, since our numbers are really far down. I can show this to you real quick. San Jose pending is 45 this last week. So what happened this last week? It's been quiet. The same thing with Santa Clara County. If you look at Santa Clara County, the pendings went down quite a bit. Well, we're getting into Thanksgiving and Christmas. We just had an election. There was a lot of apprehension of what's going on, and the government was closed for quite a bit. So I think we're just going to tie up the rest of this month, the rest of this year, and let it sit. Tie it up with a nice bow. I have 2 listings that are out there, and I'm not getting any traffic on them at all. And when I talk to other agents, it's the same story. And it's not just here in San Jose, but it's also in Nevada, in Texas, and all over the place. So the market is very cool right now. It's to be expected, even though we lowered rates. I think the next time the Feds testify is in December, and that's going to be another quarter point. So coming out of the gates in January, we'll see a whole new set of listings that come in, and we'll see the momentum build. And hopefully we'll have a good March, April, May, which is our selling season. Did it again. That's a bad habit. All right. That's it for now. Happy Wednesday. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.